sky, ayy. Make them take it back, what they said about you. Every time they doubt you, make that shit about you. Forget about the clout, yo, fuck the word of mouth, yo. Keep your head down, yo, work until you found, yo. Fight until you make it, yo, don't think it, no, just take it. Don't wait for someone to break it, take control and don't just take it, ayy. You can make it happen, you just gotta take some action. Take the ship and be the captain, head on out and don't look back, yeah. I will always live my life till it's over, and I will not forgive those who hold me down, and I will never give up, I'm moving forward, and I will never miss my chance, take it now. And I will always live my life till it's over, and I will not forgive those who hold me down, and I will never give up, I'm moving forward, and I will never miss my chance, take it now. You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time, no. What to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. So these opinions
Welcome in, everybody, to the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We are moments away from race number 2 on season 2 for the Xfinity series. As I get the overlays ready to go for tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here at the Kansas Speedway in the Xfinity series for the Madness Racing League. Moments away from qualifying. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us here, you are tuned in to the Booty Scoot Racing channel live for the Madness Racing League, Xfinity Series Season 2, race number 2 here at the Kansas Speedway. We're getting the overlays prepped up, ready to go here for qualifying here, moments away. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to go ahead and drop down your predictions in the chat. Who do you think's going to pull out tonight here at the Magic? Well, speaking of Magic, that's the Magic Man. I'm Greg Wharton on the top side of the racetrack here from Thomasville, North Carolina. The number 96, shut the fuck up, Ford Mustang. And that's what we're about to do because we are about to begin the qualifying session here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. If you were tuned in 2 weeks ago, if you remember, Sean Williams here, he's in the field tonight, the winner of the Daytona International Raceway. He won his way into the playoffs with the win at Daytona. We'll look to see who's going to be lucky contestant number 1 out here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Zaxby's 200 qualifying session. Make sure you guys are slapping that like button and pressing that follow button so you don't miss a thing here. Looks like it's going to be, here we go, number 79 of Holden Wheeler. Holden Wheeler out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He'll make the trip down here to Kansas. If he's looking to set the quick time here tonight in the qualifying session, we'll kill the music just a tad bit here, so we're not blasting our eardrums off as Holden Wheeler, we'll indicate right on board with Holden as he rips through the gears here down the back straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that you will not miss a thing if you slap that like button and press that follow button here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. All the races after the conclusion of tonight's live stream will be posted to the YouTube page, Booty Scoot Racing LLC. Make sure you go give us a subscribe, a like, and a follow there would be really appreciated. It'll help us out a lot. As Holden Wheeler of the DuPont number 79 Ford Mustang takes it to the top side of the racetrack here. A little loose through the corners here. The track temperature quite down in temperatures. The sun has just went down behind the hills here in Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, the DuPont number 79 of Holden Wheeler looks like he's going to get into the wall right there just a tad bit here as he works his way off of turns 3 and 4 to complete his first lap of the night. Holden Wheeler is going to be in the wall, so he won't be credited with the lap, but he'll get the 5th place spot there fastest here. So we won't switch over to somebody else here. Don't want to hog all the TV time. Greg Warren, the Magic Man from Thomasville, North Carolina, coming down the back straightaway in the shut the fuck up Ford Mustang. He'll take it to the top side of the racetrack here. It doesn't look like he's battling much of handling conditions. He's got it nice and steady here through the middle, back to the top side of the racetrack. See if he cuts the apron down here through the Geico restart zone. The Magic Man, P5 on the board for the Magic Man. See if we switch over here to the number 9 Red Bull machine of Mason Cothran from Duncan, South Carolina. The 23-year-old to get a little loose there off the corner of his qualifying lap. Plate Caution rounding out his lap. Here comes the Rock and Roll Racing machine of Nick Crawford from Buchanan, West Virginia, driving the number 48 for Rock and Roll Racing. I believe he got a P4 or P5 finish at Daytona. He'll come across the line here. He is currently on the clock for his qualifying lap here. It looks like he's going to try something different. He'll go from the bottom to the top of the racetrack here through turns 1 and 2. The Queso's machine looks bad fast here through the corner, a little loose. Nick Crawford is. See if we can't come out the front nose of the Queso's machine of Nick Crawford as he rides the top side of the racetrack here through 3 and 4. Oh, he'll just collect it there. See if he can turn out of it. See if he can't get a better lot. John Michael Bryant currently sitting on the pole, but Chase Johnson looks like he'll take that away from him here. Chase Johnson clears out that lap right there, excuse me. Here comes Jerry Powers II, piloting the number 99 Closeout Bats Chevy Camaro. Make sure you go check out Closeout Bats on the internet. They'll get you hooked up here. We have a poster. Gotta get it locked in here to the sponsor thing. Forgot to put that out here, but Closeout Bats telling the Madness Racing League sent you. Jerry Powers II on the top side of the racetrack here. He'll come through the tri-oval, cut down on the bottom side of the apron. Jerry Powers to the top of the board. Jerry Powers currently on the pole right now as Nicholas Maynard rounds out his lap here. See if we got any more Dallas Knoxville spin out. Terry Hughes Jr. coming to complete the lap here. The number 81 machine, he'll take the checker flag there for its qualifying of lap 1 here. He'll take the 14th place spot here. Terry Hughes Jr. looks like he's going to paint the top side of the racetrack here. The number 81 Ford Performance Racing School Ford Mustang from Troy, Alabama. The 25-year-old U.S. Navy veteran sailing down the back straightaway here in the turns 3 and 4. He'll rip the top side again. Once more, how close does he get up to the wall? You hear him gassing and playing around with the throttle. Terry Hughes Jr. broke the bad strings of good luck last night. He got himself on the podium in the Truck Series P14 to P12 that time around, so not much to gain from Terry Hughes Jr. And I believe Tony Cook stalled out here on the end of pit road. He's not going to be able to turn a lap this time around. So if I'm hearing right from the admin, Jerry Powers will be the pole sitter here tonight in the Zaxby's 200 live from the Kansas Speedway here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. And he'll get the 2nd pole on the season from Park Ridge, New Jersey. Make sure you stand up. Jerry Powers got a bad piece here in Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment with drivers' introductions. Don't go nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Zaxby's 200. We just rounded up qualifying, and we now ask you guys to please stand and rise as you're able to. Veterans, take a hand salute here as we get ready to sing the national anthem. Yeah, wow! Watch out for the jets, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Make sure you stomp those feet, light those cigarettes. These guys are getting ready to grid it up here for you guys. We're moments away from drivers' introductions. Don't go nowhere.
If you want it bad, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, 'cause I ain't never done. I'll be number one, working hella hard until I get just what I want. Yeah, rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I fall. Yeah, let's do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give
They
up,
continue
never
to fill in the field here, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the Zaxby's 200 live from the Kansas Speedway for the Madness Racing League Xfinity Series Season 2 on the Booty Scoot Racing channel's TikTok platform. All the races will be posted to the YouTube page right after the conclusion of tonight's live stream. Make sure you go give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, whatever the hell you name it. We will gladly take it. We're still waiting on a couple more guys to fill in the back of the field here. Looks like we're going to have 22 guys getting ready to tack on the Zaxby's 200. Makes me hungry for a chicken tender. We'll get tonight started off. Looks like he's set on the pole tonight. Well, excuse me. Got the pole taken from him. The number 5 machine of Showtime Chase Johnson will turn the burner lap here. He will get the pole. That's at least what it's registered right now on my ticker. Showtime Chase Johnson from Greer, South Carolina. Look up to pick the victory here tonight in the Zaxby's 200. On the outside of him will be the number 99 closeout batch Chevy Camaro from Park Ridge, New Jersey. It's going to be Jerry Power. Starting in the 3rd place spot tonight, driving the number 23 J Money Sense Toyota Supra. Greer, South Carolina, your mom's favorite driver. Please tell her to put down her shirt. As the start of tonight's race, John Michael Bryan will blink in, blink out there though. The 29-year-old going to roll off here tonight in the 3rd place spot. Rounding out the 4th place spot here at Kansas Speedway for the Zaxby's 200, driving the number 02 Maynard Motors Rock and Roll Racing Ford Mustang. It's going to be the 22-year-old of Nicholas Maynard. Starting on the inside of him, going to be in the 5th place spot here, will be the number 01 Food City Ford Mustang from Virginia of Everett Larson. George Stetson in the Rock and Roll Racing number 56 Maynard Motors Chevy Camaro from McCalla, Florida. Looking to make something shake here tonight. The Kansas Speedway, he was bad fast at Daytona, got wrecked out. But got about 8 less guys here tonight from the full field. George Stetson is ready to make things shake here tonight. On the inside of him will be the number 79 Dew Point Ford Mustang of Holden Wheeler. And rounding out, looks like it's going to be the 9th place spot here on the bottom side. The Magic Man from Thomasville, North Carolina, looking to pull a rabbit out of a hat tonight. That's going to be Greg Wharton. And on the outside of Greg Wharton, going to round out the 10th place spot here tonight in the field from Troy, Alabama, the U.S. Navy veteran, driving the number 81 Ford Performance Racing School Ford Mustang. It's going to be Terry Hughes Jr. The 11th place starter of the night, driving the number 29 Payne Haas Toyota Supra from Gold Canyon, Arizona. That will be the 25-year-old of Blake Hochschild. Nick Crawford in the 4th Rock and Roll Racing machine here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing. Well, the 3rd one, excuse me. Driving the Quesos 48 Chevy Camaro from Buckhannon, West Virginia. It's going to be Nick Large Car Crawford. Mason Ace Cothran on the outside of him will round out the 12th place spot here. Yes, it looks like he's going to be racing in the Red Bull number 9 Scoot Racing channel. Going to start here on the bottom side of him will be the number 47 DUI Motorsports machine of Poncho Rayman McDowell. Thomas McLaughlin from Jesus, don't make me say it, Havisa, Georgia. The U.S. Navy veteran looking to make something shake tonight in the number 38 Grave Digger Ford Mustang. Dallas Knox from Farmington, Delaware will shake out. Looks like it's going to be the 17th place spot here, well, 16th place spot here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Looking to make something shake here tonight Can Dallas Knox work his way through the front here? Maverick Chris Knighty driving the Triple Deuce machine from B-Town, Indiana. Rubbins Racing. You better ask Cole Trickle. Chris Knighty in the camouflage Triple Deuce looking to fly through the front of the field. And 2 weeks ago, almost missed him, Tony Cook in the number 33 from Greer, South Carolina, driving the Home Run Cafe Chevy Camaro. Make sure you get at the Home Run Cafe. Tell them the Madness Racing League sent you. Driving the CorvetteParts.net, number 25, Chevy Camaro from East Windsor. 2 weeks ago, season winner, Booty Scoot 200 winner. It's going to be Sean Williams. And we'll jump back up here to the front of the pack here. We'll kill the music on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chase Johnson is getting ready to bring him to the restart zone. Peter the Pace Car is getting ready to hang the left on the pit road. Jerry Powers is going to round out the second place spot in the closeout back. Two Chevy bow ties, on the front road, followed by a Toyota Supra and a Ford Mustang. So the suppliers look like they got some speed into them tonight. Getting ready to kick off the Zaxby's 200 here at the Kansas Speedway. John Michael Bryant gives Chase a little bump work green here in the Zaxby's 200. Jerry Powers gets a good launch. He'll be able to stay to the right side of Chase Johnson here in the turn 22. 2, 3, 4, 5 guys stick to the top side. Jerry Powers searching here on the top side. Going to be able to put the gas down. Not believe so. We'll jump back here. Greg Wharton a little loose off the corner. He'll scoop back out here. Here goes Nick Crawford stuck down on the bottom. Here comes Travo Wall. The number 7 tries it hard. Speaking of Travo Wall, like I missed him in the driver's introduction, means he was lollygagging around and he got missed, but that's the number 7 of Travo Wall from Pelzer, South Carolina. Shake, rattle, and roll, driving the Carolina Hurricanes Ford Mustang. That is the 4th rock and roll racing teammate. Told me the night that he's been watching hockey all week long, watching and pulling for them damn Canes. He'll come out to Kansas tonight looking to make something shake. That's a badass paint scheme underneath the lights in here in Kansas. Meanwhile, Greg Warren will get a little loose behind George Stenson here, who have Blake Gottschall charging down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. Want to give a shout out here to the Booty Scoot Racing camera guys, bringing you some action-packed shots here around the Kansas Speedway. Blake Gottschall and Greg Warren continue to battle it out here in the 9th place spot. George Stetson is looking in his rearview mirror, but Greg Warren will stay on the top side of the racetrack. See if he can't look out the front for the rear end of Travo Wall as he's got Terry Hughes Jr. behind him, searching hard. The fight for the 10th place spot is battling up here. See if we won't shape back up here to the race lead, though. Nicholas Maynard has gotten up here to the 2nd place spot. Jerry Powers in full control here at the Kansas in the Zaxby's 200. He's into the front here in the closeout back. Chevy Camaro, Jerry Powers led some laps at Daytona, the Park Ridge, New Jersey driver. Take it down the bottom side of the racetrack here. Nicholas Maynard on the top side, a little loose off the corner here. We ride out the front bumper of the kid. As he pulls up here, trying to make the pass for the race lead around Jerry Powers. Side by side into turn 3, 4 laps in. These guys are absolutely going at it. We've extended the races for season 2, 120 laps for the races now at the 1.5 miles, side by side. Jerry Powers on the bottom, the kid on the top, side by side. They'll give it to Jerry Powers as the race leader. Jerry Powers fighting hard on the inside. Nicholas Manor will search back up to the top side of the racetrack here. Meanwhile, Jerry Powers is trying to look like he's trying to save a little bit of something to see if he can't ride on board with Jerry. He'll just pull up behind Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard will come through here. We ride out the ascent of Nicholas Maynard. He'll take the top side of the racetrack here. These guys absolutely going at it here early. Jerry Powers will think better of it. He'll pull back behind the kid. Nicholas Maynard out front here in Kansas. P2 last night in the TNA Truck Series race behind Chase Johnson. A little bit of history between those two. Nicholas Maynard shakes it off. Will bring home the P2 spot last night. Right now he finds himself out front here. Kansas leading some laps in the Xfinity Series. Meanwhile, Chase Johnson on the charge here. Trying to give Jerry Powers in the 99 machine, but Chase Johnson will sail back up to the top side of the racetrack. The number 5 glowing underneath the lights here. These two absolutely showing out for you folks on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. 7 laps are complete of 120. They're going to be picked off quickly. Travo Wall cut the fastest lap that last time around on the racetrack. Meanwhile, here's the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver. And she's ripping and raving. He's moving for the 3rd place spot here, ripping the top side of the racetrack. We'll look out the front end of the boogeyman. Giving and yaving on the top side of the racetrack. John Michael Bryant, he'll have a little bit of company from Jerry Powers here as Jerry Powers tries to work his way back up to the front here. Had some laps led here early, but looks like he's falling off here as Nicholas Maynard setting sail here in the turns 1 and 2 at the Kansas Speedway. The kid looks like he's got it underneath control from Welford, South Carolina. He'll sail from the bottom to the top side of the racetrack. Chase Johnson, John Michael Bryant, Jerry Powers, Everett Larson, the hot five. Don't look far past Everett Larson, the 14-year-old. Plenty of experience with racing underneath his belt, on the dirt, on the asphalt, in the go-karts. Everett Larson in the Food City 01 Ford Mustang, looking to get something to shake here tonight in Kansas. If he can't clack his heel together 3 times and be back at your mom's house. Ha! What a coincidence. The 14-year-old looks like he's got it under control, though. Underneath him here's Nicholas Maynard, and Showtime Chase Johnson looks like he's be able to close the gap up a little bit over the kid here. We might get another battle for the race lead here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, Nicholas Maynard, Chase Johnson, just a little bit of story history. Just got into each other about 2 weeks ago. The Las Vegas Speedway, John Michael Bryant rips and raves the outside wall there off turn 4. Battling some handling conditions. He'll sit there in the 4th place spot, though. Jerry Powers will just set sail here. John Michael Bryant looking to get passed by the 14-year-old of Everett Larson here on the top side. The battle's heating up here. John Michael Bryant's going to have to keep that thing out of the fence here. Shoot it back up here to Chase Johnson. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, Chase Johnson got it to the left rear quarter panel. Nicholas Maynard at Las Vegas in the Truck Series. Both of these guys are racing for a championship in that series, but at the time, Nicholas Maynard was not happy with the way that Chase Johnson raced him. We'll see if we can't get a little bit of just like that right here as these two guys seem to be going at it here. Nicholas Maynard will go down the bottom side. Chase Johnson lurking over the back bumper of the kid will ride on forward. Chase Johnson, 11 laps are complete here in the Zaxby's 200. The battle for the race lead is absolutely shaking up here. John Michael Bryant, Everett Larson, it's way by the boogeyman here, and Jerry Powers will be in the 3rd place spot here. The number 85 of Alfonso Claudio, the Season 1 champion. And the number 85 Corn Toyota Supra from KA, Puerto Rico. I believe he might have got missed 2 in the introductions. Means he was lollygagging around and didn't get announced here. But Alfonso Claudio, our Season 1 champion, looking to defend his title as he battles door to door with Mason Ace Cothran here, from Duncan, South Carolina. Meanwhile, Chase Johnson looking to get down on the bottom side of Nicholas Maynard here. The battle for the race lead. Shaking up through turns 3 and 4 here. The kid on the top side, Chase Johnson down on the bottom. They'll sell out of turns 3 and 4 here. They'll be door to door here. We'll see who'll get the lap lead. Looks like it's going to be Chase Johnson. With the lap lead, Nicholas Maynard will run a 31.93. Chase Johnson will run a 32.08. Nicholas Maynard back to the top side of the racetrack. Chase Johnson looking to clear himself off a tube, not able to. Nicholas Maynard fights hard here. Down the back straightaway, Nicholas Maynard gets contact. He'll go around. Caution flag out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Pow! We'll back that ass up here, and would you believe it? They tangled 2 weeks ago in the Truck Series, battling for the race lead, and it strikes here again tonight. We'll take a look, see who got who, as they were battling for the race lead here. We'll see if we can't ride. Had a great angle here. We got the drone shot riding around the racetrack here tonight. Looks like Nicholas Maynard, Chase Johnson trying to clear himself off the corner. Nicholas Maynard looks like he's driving up towards the fence away from Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson comes out the racetrack and just tags Nicholas Maynard, sends him around here. And Nicholas Maynard will take a hard slide down into the infield wall, and pow! Nicholas Maynard around here at the Kansas Speedway off the front bumper of Chase Johnson. See if we can't get that thing refired here. The kid pissed off here at Kansas. We'll take a commercial break here as the caution flag is just flown for the first time here tonight. And we'll be back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss a thing. Don't go nowhere.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God, I'll get it, bro. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will work when I'm on it. Never rock it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, can I stop this? Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hardest. Knock, knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the fucking king of rock, bitch. Pop it, spitting hot shit. I'm dropping, chronic. I think I'm motherfucking lost it. Back, better back, making racks where it's at. Have my back to the mat, not an act, that's a fact. We attack in a back, don't react, no react. Think I'm black, up his back. While I'm rap, cause it's snap, going down, give a crap. We're advanced on the man, got a plan better.
here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Zaxby's 200 for the Madness Racing League Season 2, race number 2. The Kansas Speedway working the caution flag for the first time tonight. The kid of Nicholas Maynard looks like he brought it down pit road. Yes, there he is on pit road. See if he comes down here, get some of that damage fixed on that race car. He'll go off the front bumper of the, looks like the second place car is Jerry Powers. Got rest of the race leader there of Showtime Chase Johnson here. The two tangle once more on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. How much longer will this go on? The Kubota number 5 will pull out to the outside here. The rest of these guys are rounding out the back of Peter, the pace car here, ladies and gentlemen. See if we can't throw up the current point standings as they run after Daytona. Right there, Showtime Chase Johnson, the number 5 machine. The points leader, he won his heat race, led a good bit of laps at Daytona, was able to get a good finish. And Alfonso Claudio, the Season 1 champion, rounding out, looks like it's going to be the second place, but the winner at the Daytona International Raceway, Sean Williams, and he's shaking out the third place points in the standings. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how they currently run as we go. We hate to do it to you, but we got to pay the bills. The Saturday Night Xfinity Series for the Madness Racing League presented by the Pop Sports Bed Swings. Custom-made, handcrafted porch bed swings at 864-978-1913. Or hit them up on Facebook at Pop Sports Bed Swings. You can see them tonight on the number 9 machine of Mason Cochran. They signed a deal with the driver of the number 9 of Ace of Mason Cochran. Pay a couple more bills here. The light bill's got to be due. Need a little check here. The Saturday Night Xfinity Series presented by the Home Run Cafe. If you missed out on the YouTube page, go check out the Home Run Cafe dual races 2 weeks ago from the Daytona International Raceway. One hell of a race. The Home Run Cafe, 810 North Main Street, Greer, South Carolina. Make sure you hit up Tony Cook. Tell him the Madness Racing League sent you. See if we can't get one more bill off before we get ready to go back green here in the Madness Racing League's Xfinity Series is presented by a TCW employee-owned trucking. Make sure you hit them up for all your moving needs across the southeast here. We'll shoot it back to the main broadcast here. Getting ready to go racing on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Getting ready to refire them off here for the Zaxby's 200. Looks like Jerry Powers from Park Ridge, New Jersey is going to be the race leader here with Chase Johnson on the outside. Everett Larson, the 14-year-old, will be in the third place spot with Holden Wheeler going to shake out the fourth place spot, second row. The Boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver, is going to get the fifth place spot with Travis Wall rounding out the third row. Jerry Powers will bring him through the restart zone here. He'll fire back off. We're back green here in the Zaxby's 200. Travis Wall will get a nice restart here on the outside of the number 29 of Blake Koschchild. Blake Koschchild scoot up in front of the number 7 Rock and Roll Racing machine of Travis Wall. Travis Wall said the Hurricanes have been putting on a show. He wants to put one on 2. Alfonso Claudio, 3 wide up the middle. The Season 1 champion damn sure knows his way around the racetrack in this Toyota Supra. We ride out the front bumper here as he's got Terry Hughes Jr. on the outside. Sean Williams on the inside looking to make a bold move here. Sean Williams, though, able to pull through Terry Hughes Jr. here in the Corvette Parts. Number 25 machine, bad fast here. He'll clear still. Little door bank here from Terry Hughes Jr. to Alfonso Claudio, telling him to slow that ass down. You better come in. It's Chase Johnson looking to battle back hard for the race lead here down the back straightaway. He'll be door to door with Jerry Powers here. Jerry Powers and the closeout bat Chevy Camaro will take it to the top side of the racetrack here. 2 bow ties are going to battle it out. Chase Johnson able to keep it down on the bottom side of the racetrack. We'll ride on board with Showtime Chase Johnson comes across the front stretch here. Look out the ass in. You see Everett Larson working hard here at the Kansas Speedway. Chase Johnson got to keep it nice and steady here. If you go down the bottom side of the racetrack here, he's way off the gas. That allows Everett Larson to close the gap up. Everett Larson will pull right up to the back bumper of Chase Johnson. The 14-year-old looking to get out front here early. He'll get the back bumper. He'll get a little bit of air. He's looking to take the line away from Chase Johnson down into turns 3 and 4. Everett Larson looking to battle hard for the race lead here. The 14-year-old looking to get out front. He'll get a little loose here off the corner. That'll hurt him here. He's not able to clear for the race lead. Chase Johnson's going to slice down. And that might cost Everett Larson his run right there. He needs to gather it back up here. We look out the front bumper of the Food City, number 01. Machine Everett Larson. He came right on board with Everett here. You see him in there in his LaJoy seating. Core LaJoy seating sponsors Everett Larson here, beating him all for his race car needs here. It looks like he's got to be comfortable here around the Kansas Speedway. He'll rate the bottom side of the racetrack here. He's going to battle hard for Chase Johnson for the race lead here. This time he's able to make it stick. Everett Larson flying down the bottom side. Chicken tenders, french fries, and a milkshake. Everett Larson looking for a combo to the race lead here in the Zaxby's 200. Can he get it here as Chase Johnson continues to battle on the outside? Chase Johnson not looking to give up the race lead here. A little bit of contact from Chase Johnson to Nicholas Maynard has sent the kid all the way here in the back, currently running in the 18th position. Nicholas Maynard fired up on the radio. We let that air on the TikTok platform, we'd be banned in no time. Everett Larson not able to get the lap led there, but Chase Johnson barely holding on by a thread here as they battle into turns 1 and 2 side by side. Chase Johnson on the outside here looking for his first win on the season. Everett Larson looking for his. Chase Johnson picked up the win in the dual race, but he didn't pick up the one in the main event that actually counted for the playoff contention. If he could just hold off Everett Larson here as they continue to side by side battle each other into turns 3 and 4. They keep holding up to each other like this side by side. That's going to bring Jerry Powers right back into the picture here. John Michael Bryan as well. Meanwhile, Blake Koschauer will scrape off the back bumper, holding wheeling there. Alfonso Claudio will send it 3 wide up the middle, and he'll get a 2-for-1 special here in the Zaxby's 200. And the number 85 Core Machine will rip the top side of the racetrack here. And looks like Chase Johnson is trying to put the end to the battle with the number 01 Ford Mustang of Everett Larson here as Chase Johnson will blink in and blink out here on our screen. Jerry Powers, Chase Johnson, there he goes. He'll come back in the blink there. John Michael Bryan, though, under attack here by Sean Williams here at the Kansas Speedway in the Zaxby's 200. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick commercial break and be back after this. Don't go nowhere.
You got me fucked up. I don't know what's up. Pour that shit in my cup. We about to turn up. Crank this shit up so loud. Sounds like we're sold out in front of a whole crowd. We lose control now. Don't take this shit too personally. Everybody got a different version of me. Everybody gotta be learning from me. Everybody wanna be working with me, and I feel like there's uncertainty and urgency to find out what you wanna be. But honestly, we change our minds constantly, so stop and breathe. Whatever you wanna be.
Bang! Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Zaxby's 200 live at the Kansas Speedway. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryan continues to rip the top side of the racetrack. Meanwhile, Tony Cook just cut the fastest lap on the racetrack that last time around. We'll see what he posts this time around. Tony Cook will run a 32.71 in the race leader, and Chase Johnson will run a 31.91. So Tony Cook about 2/10 faster than the race leader here. Tony Cook, the old guy on the long run here. It's what he's known for. Looking to make something shake here in Kansas. Meanwhile, Nicholas Maynard went off the front bumper of Chase Johnson to start the race off. Not happy with the way that he was raced is Mason Cawthorn in the Red Bull number 9 machine. Out front here at the 15th place spot, Mason Cawthorn from Duncan, South Carolina. The 23-year-old will stay on the top side of the racetrack here. Not trying to get the draft to the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Nicholas Maynard will slide back up back here. These guys all fumble into turns 1 and 2. The kid on the top side of the racetrack trying to run away with it. Meanwhile, Mason Cawthorn in the Pop Sport Fence Wings number 9 Red Bull Chevy Camaro got a little contact in front of him. That looks like it was going to be Greg Wharton. He'll scrape the wall here. Greg Wharton, though, from Thomasville, North Carolina, able to get it under control. Keep it green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Mason Cawthorn turning some burners here is Nicholas Maynard trying to run down the ass end of him here is Alfonso Claudio moving up through the field for the 7th place spot. The Season 1 champion has just been working his way here, and that Toyota Supra looks bad fast here, just trying to pace himself here as we got less than 100 laps to go here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Zaxby's 200. 1 caution flag already for the night event as Chase Johnson and Nicholas Maynard collect each other once more, racing for the race lead. Looks like Nicholas Maynard went off the front bumper. They've got a car guy in the grass back here. I'm not sure who that was. Somebody was giving the grass a haircut. Tony Cook, big contact here. Tony Cook in the wall. Caution flag is out here. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to save it here as I'm hearing the screaming in my ear for the caution flag, and we'll back that ass up here, see what happened to Tony Cook. We've seen him loose there as the caution flag roars out for Tony Cook here. Not sure if it was anything of his own doing here. He was saving his tires for the most part. We've seen tonight here. He'll collect the outside wall there. There's the door bang between him and Trevo Wall. Oh, he was giving a haircut to the grass way beforehand. Tony Cook loose off the corner. See if he came right on board for Mr. Tony Cook. Yeah, there you see he was just loose off the corner here. riding through the grass across the front stretch of the Kansas Speedway. He'll come back up. Travel Wall has nowhere to go. He'll get loose, and he'll collect Travel Wall as well, but that'll send Tony Cook hard into the outside wall. Enough to flag the caution here for the second time tonight. Tony Cook got some damage to the right front, I believe. See if we can't get a great angle to the right front of that machine. A little bit of damage there to the Home Run Cafe machine of Tony Cook. He'll bring it down the back straightaway. We'll take it to commercial break. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah, I spit raps like a heart attack, fast fatal heart impact.
Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, these guys are bringing their cars down pit road here to service on that Travel Wall in the number 7. It's like Tony Cook, the guy that brought out the caution flag, was able to get it down the pit road here. They're going to beat and bang on that race car here. See if we can't get a couple more guys here pulling through their box here. So it's going to be different pit strategies for everybody. Chase Johnson, the pole sitter, here got the first box. So some guys elected to stay out on the racetrack this time around. You see Nicholas Maynard's guys fueling up his race car as well. Here comes Terry Hughes Jr. looking to be the first one off pit road. Will he beat him off? Not sure, not able. No, Chase Johnson looks like he was able to win the battle off pit road. Terry Hughes Jr., Sean Williams. It's going to be Jerry Powers, followed by Blake Koschchild, Alfonso Claudio, Chris Knighty, Nicholas Maynard. Looks like going to be Travo Wall, George Stetson. Going to be Dallas Knox, Greg Wharton, Mason Cothran, Poncho McDowell. And then it's going to be Thomas McLaughlin. It's going to be the battle off pit road here as they sail off down the back straightaway. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an action-packed event so far up here tonight. We're working the second caution flag here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you slap that like button, press that follow button so you don't miss a damn thing here. 31 laps are down, and the Zaxby's 120 laps scheduled. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 overtimes if we need them. These guys, 3 sets of tires in the pits. Got to elect that they'd have to have a green flag pit stop if we continue to keep it green here. They got to pit one more time. As I heard the admin talk about somewhere between 49 to 50 laps in gas. An 120 lap event is just not going to be able to mathematically make itself out. You know what I mean? But big thing shaked up here underneath the caution flag, underneath the commercial break. Everett Larson was battling hard for the race lead with Chase Johnson beforehand. He'll like to stay out on the racetrack here on old tires. For the number 79 of Holden Wheeler, they'll like to take a little bit of track position. Nick Crawford will throw a high dookie as well from Buchanan, West Virginia. We'll take the rock and roll Quesos number 48 Chevy Camaro up to the 3rd place spot here on the restart. And Showtime Chase Johnson gets 4 fresh tires after he brings them down pit road here from the race lead. So Chase Johnson's going to be looking to jump back up here from where he left off at. And Everett Larson's going to be looking to defend his position as Holden Wheeler continues to blink in and blink out here. If he can't get that internet connection issue under control here is Chase Johnson in the 4th place spot. And going to be Terry Hughes Jr. rounding out that top place spot down on the bottom side with Sean Williams, the Daytona winner. Sean Williams has come from the back of the field to find himself here in the 6th place spot. Everett Larson getting ready to bring him back to the restart zone here for the Zaxby's 200. Everett Larson, the 14-year-old, looking to make something shake here. He'll bring him to the Geico restart zone. And we are back green here in the Zaxby's 200. Two cautions underneath our belt here so far. See if we can't ride on board tonight with our first fast and loud with some of these guys. The more light that we get, the faster and louder he goes. Looks like trouble here on the back straightaway in front of Nicholas Maynard. The caution flag has just flown. Looks like Alfonso Claudio got turned around here. We was riding on board for the fast and loud. We'll see if we can't back that ass up for an instant replay. Take a look and see what happened to the number 85 here. Not sure if it was really caution worthy, but looks like they'll get rewarded here with the caution flag from the iRacing video game itself. And yes, looks like Alfonso Claudio got a little bit of help from Blake Hochschild, and he got that car all the way to the right side. Got about halfway around. It will trigger it. It looks like he might have just reached that point. What a save by the number 85 of Alfonso Claudio. That's why he's the Season 1 champion, defending his championship here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. But the caution flag was triggered. And we'll re-rack him, though. Bring him back out here to re-rack him and re-race at the Kansas Speedway. Holden Wheeler able to get back out front here over Everett Larson. And he'll be the race leader when we return here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll take another commercial break here, fix a couple things, and be back. Don't go nowhere.
Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up. I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you. I ain't gonna make it. Yeah. I ain't never slowing down. Keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. I ain't never slowing down. Keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section, and they still disconnected, cause their mind's been infected, and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention, cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession, taking action and progressing. I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second. And my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing. They tell me all the same, told me I won't make a name, but it's not about the fame, it's about keeping me sane. So I stay within my lane, feel my blood pump through my veins, feel adrenaline, no pain, welcome all to my domain. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up.
Bang! Back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, working the third caution flag here tonight. We're back and relieved here. Had to go to the VIP bathroom, if you know what I mean. 6 inches and more. I know a lot of you guys aren't allowed in there. It's, you know, the most valuable people are the best blessed ones, if you know what I mean. But I tell you someone that is blessed, that's Holden Wheeler. He got another caution flag here. He'll take every single one of these laps led here underneath the caution flag. You see Freddie the Flagman know his deltoids have got to be absolutely strong as hell, as he is constantly ripping and raving a flag every single week here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. So if you can't get a little quick field rundown, Holden Wheeler is going to be the race leader here. Showtime Chase Johnson brought him down here on pit road to can't pull up the laps here. Yes, there it is right there. Chase Johnson comes down on lap 30. That was 7 short laps to go. Pull out 4 of these underneath the caution flag. Here's about 3 laps here of green flag racing on his tires. Nick Lawford elected to stay out as well. He'll be in the 3rd place spot, and pretty much everyone on back. Nicholas Maynard spun out on lap 13 by Chase Johnson. You see him down there. He pitted on lap 14 and then just pitted again with the rest of these folks here. See if he can get the rest of that damage fixed. We'll jump back here to Nicholas Maynard. Looks like that Ford Mustang is all patched up here, ready to go racing. And his Travo Wall teammate for Rock and Roll Racing will be on the inside of him. And the 3rd Rock and Roll Racing teammate of Nick Crawford here. So Rock and Roll Racing got a little bit of speed here. Chase Johnson Racing, the only one out here for his team here tonight. In the Kubota number 5 machine. He's led a little bit of laps here tonight, but he's trying to get back to the race lead here as they come flying through your living room here. What a great shot here from the Booty Scoot Racing channel's camera guys. Holden Wheeler, get ready to bring them to the restart zone. We're getting ready to fire them back off here. The Zaxby's 200. Back green here. Holden Wheeler fires off. What a great launch here. The rest of the guys are getting the fan out through the field. Travel Wall will be down on the bottom side, and the number 7 Hurricanes Ford Mustang. And his teammate will be on the top side. Nicholas Maynard will rip the top side of the racetrack here. Able to put his foot down. Terry Hughes Jr. will stay on the top side. Big gap down on the bottom side. Nicholas Maynard's looking to feel it. Here comes the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. You know he's going to be charging hard through the field. Big race back here between George Stetson and Everett Larson. They're not giving each other an inch back here. And Mason Cawthron down on the bottom side of the racetrack here in the Red Bull number 9 Pop Sports Bet Swings Chevy Camaro. Make sure you get out Pop Sports Bet Swings for all your bet swings and needs. That's going to be Dallas Knox down there, the Canadian, in the grass. Looks like he was able to save it. Do we keep it green here on the Booty Scoot Racing channels? He's throwing grass all over the racetrack. Looks like we're going to be able to keep it green here as the rest of these guys continue to shit and get here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, or as we call it, Boot and Scoot. Holden Wheeler under attack here from Chase Johnson for the race lead, but he's able to hold him off here. We'll look out the ascent of Holden Wheeler. He's able to fill here around Chase Johnson for the race lead. Here's Chase Johnson looking to search down the bottom side of the racetrack. He's able to complete the pass across the front stretch around Holden Wheeler, and it looks like he was able to, as Chase Johnson's going to look to work, search his way to the top side of the racetrack here through the corners. Down on the bottom side of 3 and 4, he'll shoot back up to the top side of the racetrack. That very move took out Nicholas Maynard earlier. Nick Crawford up to the third place spot, it's Holden Wheeler. And that number 79 black and red machine almost looked very identical to Nick Crawford. Almost got it confused there. Meanwhile, the rest of these guys are back here. We got one hard into the outside wall. That's going to be Jerry Powers. Jerry Powers loose off the corner there. We're right out the front bumper of the closeout bat. Number 99 Chevy Camaro. Looks like he's got that thing back underneath control here. Jerry Powers hard into the outside bit. Meanwhile, Travel Wall currently running around the 10th place spot. Nicholas Maynard just got passed up by the number 85 of Alfonso Claudio for that 5th place spot. Nicholas Maynard trying to move his way back through the field after the first caution flag of the night. We'll go to him. Everett Larson goes around. Caution flag is out. Wow. Back-to-back cautions here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We will back that ass up here and go find Everett Larson as he goes around on the front stretch here. There he goes right there. Everett Larson looks like he might have had a little help. We'll back that ass up a little bit more here for an MRL Xfinity Series instant replay. Everett Larson was down on the bottom side of the Travel Wall. These two were absolutely fighting hard. Big contact to Travel Wall. And he'll give it right back to the number 01 of Everett Larson. Standing his ground here as Everett Larson like he might have got loose out of the corner. We'll back it up one more time. See if we can't ride. We're right out the front bumper of Everett Larson here. See exactly what happened to him though. Is he just really got into the side of Travel Wall. I think it might be better if we ride with Travel Wall here. They were searching their way to turn 3 and 4. Travel Wall on the top side. He gets tagged by Everett Larson. He might have been coming down into Everett Larson. And that'll send Everett Larson in an abyss around the front stretch here at the Kansas Speedway. We'll be back under caution here at the Zaxby 200. Everett Larson in the 01 Food City Ford Mustang. Challenged hard for the race lead earlier. He had that thing turned around here. We had to come get it patched up. Chase Johnson, the race leader here. We'll be back in a moment on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Don't go nowhere.
I've got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. Something, yeah. Well, all you really need is hope. I just want you to trust me if you want it.
Gang back here for the Zaxby's 200 live on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Xfinity Series. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Nicholas Maynard worked his way back up into the 5th place spot here. There's a couple guys pulled down on the pit road to service their vehicles. Holden Wheeler was the first one on, first one off here. Everett Larson, the reason we're underneath the caution flag right now after he made contact with Travel Wall. Travel Wall having some trouble getting into his box here. I'm not sure if it's letting him out of his box. He's just spinning and spinning and spinning. Travel Wall with some right front damage on that thing. He's going to have to try to get it patched up. Here comes the Maverick of Chris Knighty off of pit road here. He's going to have Terry Hughes Jr. and Poncho McDowell to fall out behind him. It looks like Greg Wharton was the lucky dog that time around on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Showtime Chase Johnson, the race leader here. And as we work the caution flag here, we'll pay the bills on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. A couple more sponsors we want to shout out, ladies and gentlemen. The Saturday Night Xfinity Series presented by McAbee Auto Service LLC. Contact them today, 864-256-1346, or email them at macabeeautorepair@gmail.com. Again, the Saturday Night Xfinity Series presented by TCW Employee-Owned Trucking. All employee-owned trucking delivering all across the Southeast. Make sure you get them up and get you a drive. The Xfinity Series presented by Bagwell Power. Majoring in everything small engine care related, hydro, boats, you name it, they do it. Bagwell Power told us to send you. The Xfinity Series presented by iRacing, the video game you're watching right here in your background. $10 a month can get you right here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, right here at the Kansas Speedway, racing in the Zaxby's 200. Shoot it back here to the main broadcast here. We played a little bit of bills there. The rent is outrageous these days. Could you believe it? Nick Crawford on the outside here, the number 48 Rock and Roll Quesos Chevy Camaro from Buchanan, West Virginia. Signed on the Rock and Roll Racing here, trying to get in some better equipment here, trying to really display his talent of showcase being able, what he's able to do. Nick Crawford has managed his way up here to stay in the 45 laps complete. He's just pitted, I believe so. We'll get these guys shaked and baked back out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and we'll do an entire field rundown from the top to the bottom and how they ran off from pit road. Nick Crawford spins the tires on the restart. That'll cost him big time, and Nicholas Maynard will jump to the outside. He'll fill the bubble. Here comes the kid, and you best believe Nicholas Maynard went off the front bumper of Chase Johnson earlier tonight for the race lead. 2 weeks ago at Las Vegas, the same damn thing happened in the Truck Series. Will Nicholas Maynard repay Chase Johnson if he gets back to him? Nicholas Maynard will rip the top side of the racetrack here. Look out the ass end of him is Sean Williams. He's going to have John Michael Bryant all over the right front of his race car. John Michael Bryant looking to fight hard here. You best believe the Boogeyman's not going to go down without a fight here. He'll rip the top side of the racetrack. We'll look out the front end of the J Money Motorsports Gorilla Mine 23 Toyota Supra. As he's tracking down Nicholas Maynard for that second place spot, you know he's hungry for victory here. Hasn't won in over a year in the Booty Scoot Racing Channel's Madness Racing League. Picked up the win. He got a win at Daytona. He won the Booty Scoot 200, the first ever one in season 1 at Daytona. Hasn't been able to pick up a victory again, but he's had some plenty finishes in the top 5 here. 48 laps are complete here. Ladies and gentlemen, green flag pit stops are still in full effect here if we need them. Is caution flag is out here for Holden Wheeler. We just seen him cut back onto the racetrack here. We'll back that ass up here. Cautions, breed cautions. Whoever came up with that, damn, aren't they not a liar here, ladies and gentlemen. We go to the VIP bathroom for 6 inches plus only. Hoping and praying that these guys will get it together, and it just seems like we come back. Doesn't matter how much we relieve ourselves. These drivers are just going to continue to battle problems all night. It's Holden Wheeler. Looks like he just got loose in the race car. He locks it down, gives the grass a haircut. Looks like there wasn't any damage to the number 79. He continues to hold his wheel straight. We'll bring it down the bottom side of the racetrack. We'll work the caution flag for the 5th time tonight. He'll throw grass all over the racetrack. Holden Wheeler brings out the caution flag in the Zaxby's 200 here on the Madness Racing League on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go nowhere.
I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it all, you got one life to pop. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a hand out, I already stand out. Something to advance out, ready to expand.
Bang, bang, back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We're looking down here at the Zaxby's 200 live from the Kansas Speedway. And I don't want to be the guy to say it, but Showtime Chase Johnson is the race leader. If you remember correctly, on lap 7, he put his right front bumper to the back of Nicholas Maynard and sent Nicholas Maynard around out of the race lead. That is 2 times in the last 4 weeks that has happened to Nicholas Maynard off the front bumper of Chase Johnson here. Will Nicholas Maynard have something to say here as you see the eyes of the kid absolutely locked in here, ready to go racing here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the overtime. We'll do a little quick field rundown. Showtime Chase Johnson has absolutely been dominating this race here up to this point. He's been back and forth with several guys tonight. Not to let every lap up to this point here, but he has had some damn good battles with Everett Larson and some other folks in the field here. Nicholas Maynard went around on lap 12 of the ninth event off Showtime Chase Johnson's front bumper, trying to make something shake here. His Rock and Roll Racing 02 Ford Mustang will be in the second place spot here on the restart. And the Boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver under the commercial break, she turned up and turned around, and she has the biggest nipples I have ever seen. She please has to put down those bras and shirts during the caution of flag here, where she will be kicked out here in Kansas. It is mighty cold here tonight, so them things were rock hard. John Michael Bryant will round out the third place spot here on the restart. The season 1 champion of Alfonso Claudio from KA, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Navy veteran, will shake out the 4th place spot here. So 2 Toyotas looking to tackle a Ford and Chevy in front of them, followed by another bow tie, Sean Williams, the Daytona winner 2 weeks ago, looking to make something shake here. We approach 51, coming to 52 laps to go. Well, 52 laps remaining here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. About 78 laps to go, excuse me. Blake Hochschild and that number 29, Kellogg's, with really paint Hoss as we zoom in on it a little bit. You've got schemes. Blake Hochschild, badass paint scheme here tonight in Kansas for the Zaxby's 200. Number 29 will currently restart here in the 6th place spot by Jerry Powers from Park Ridge, New Jersey. Had a bad, fast race car here to start the event early on tonight. You led a couple of laps. That was the outside pole sitter here, Mason Cothran. And the number 9, Booty Scoot Racing. Debut here for him. The number 9 has been bad fast here tonight from Duncan, South Carolina. The 23-year-old just looking to pick his way through the field. He's currently rounding out the 8th place spot here in Holden Wheeler. Brought out a caution flag out earlier tonight. He's currently in the 9th place spot. Showtime Chase Johnson behind Peter the Pace car here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. What a beautiful shot of these race cars as they fumble through the turns here. Excuse me. Chase Johnson getting ready to lead them back through the Geico restart zone. We're getting ready to fire them back off here for the Zaxby's 200. Re-racked and reloaded. John Michael Bryant gets an extra launch over the 02 Nicholas Maynard. And Showtime Chase Johnson will get a great launch for the race lead. He'll sell off into turn 22 down on the bottom side. Meanwhile, John Michael Bryant will take the top side of the racetrack. Here comes Alfonso Claudio, 3 wide up the middle. Alfonso Claudio got something to say here. The season 1 champion. The number 85 looked bad fast earlier tonight in the night's event. He continues. It looks like he's going to battle Nicholas Maynard here through turns 3 and 4. He's not going to give him an inch. He'll stick the middle side of the racetrack. Nicholas Maynard has to be perfect on the outside here, but Nicholas Maynard will prevail. He'll hold on to the 3rd place spot that time around. Meanwhile, your mom's favorite driver, John Michael Bryant, will look out the back rearview mirror. This is what he sees. He'll let these 3 battle it out here. He'll set sail, try to run down the race leader, Chase Johnson in front of him. The number 79 of Holden Wheeler will blink in and blink out there, but Jerry Powers, Nicholas Maynard, loose through the corner there, but he's able to save it. What a save from the kid, Jerry Powers, to put the gas down in the number 99. Got that machine to close out that Chevy Camaro. We're going to close it out here as we wind down the laps at the Kansas Speedway for the Zaxby's 200. So back here through the field, Thomas McLaughlin in the number 38 Grave Diggers Ford Mustang. Bad to the bone indeed. It's bad fast here. It's Chris Knighty down the bottom side of the racetrack. Caution flag is out here. The Magic Man, Greg Wharton, big contact here. Wow, hard into the inside wall. We'll back that ass up here. As we were just talking about the 38 of Thomas McLaughlin. He's involved as well here. The jinx from the announcer strikes again here. That is my apologies. I am so sorry. I did not mean to announce jinx him, and I just did it. Greg Wharton, we'll have to take a look and see what happened here. As he was down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. We'll see if he can't ride on board with him. As Chris Knighty got loose in front of him, he'll just cut up in front of Thomas McLaughlin here. And Thomas McLaughlin has nowhere to go. And he'll ride and just take a big spin around the front stretch here. Greg Wharton lifted up and over on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Bang! Hard shot to the inside wall. Thomas McLaughlin able to get it refired here. See if he can't get this thing rolling and get on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Magic Man Greg Wharton try to get it fired up, but it just will not go here. He's going to probably ruin his race there, and that'll be the night for the Magic Man. Alfonso Claudio moving his way through the field. George Stetson is able to get through the carnage as well with Sean Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be our 7th caution flag of the night, 5 consecutive in the last 20. Can these guys get it together? And can we see some green flag racing? Chase Johnson, the race leader. The Boogeyman will start on the front row when we return racing here in a moment.
You better watch out now, I figured something out, what this whole life's about, yeah. It's not the goal, it's the journey, wasted emotion is worry, I'll stop being in a hurry, and I'll just enjoy what I'm doing, keep pushing forward and moving, appreciate the improvement, yeah. I was so stuck on a goal, was losing sight of my soul, need to enjoy getting old, and be so present, I don't know if there's a heaven, but I know I wanna get in, and sometimes I feel a presence, energy in a direction, so I follow intuition, it took me to a musician, now I'm on a different mission, to help others with afflictions. Now I'm not lost, finally I've seemed to find who I am in this life, and I found a way to feel alive. I'm not
back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel for the Zaxby's 200, working the 7th caution flag of the night. 56 laps are complete here at the Kansas Speedway. Chase Johnson, the race leader, in the number 5 Kubota Chase Johnson Racing Chevy Camaro, and the Boogeyman of John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver, currently shaking out the 2nd place spot in his Toyota Supra. Bad fast here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and Holden Wheeler involved in an accident earlier tonight. The DuPont 79 Ford Mustang looks like he's going to be able to restart the 3rd place spot here this time around, and Alfonso Claudio, the season 1 champion, absolutely showing these guys why he was just that, as he's been shitting and getting through each and every single gap that he sees. He's been sitting at 3 wide, 2 wide, 4 wide up the middle. He doesn't give a damn, and that is exactly why we are glad to have him in our United States Navy. The veteran is going to put it in places when it does not belong and get the job done. You best believe that. Meanwhile, the closeout bats, number 99 Chevy Camaro from Park Ridge, New Jersey, of Jerry Powers here. He'll go in underneath the caution flag, and he'll ask for an adjustment on that race car, I believe. I've seen a couple of them go down there. We'll pull up the pit stop laps here, kind of get you guys an idea of who went, did what, where, and why, and how. Chase Johnson, John Michael Bryant, and Alfonso Claudio, none of them have pitted since lap 30, which is about 27, get ready to be 28 laps ago. Holden Wheeler last pitted on lap 43, which is about 14 laps ago. And you see the rest of the field shaking out through there and how they pitted. Looks like Pancho Vidal has pitted 3 times throughout this event. A little bit of damage on his race car. He's looking to get something, to get that thing back to the front here, get it Booty Scoot Racing material, as we say, is shitting and absolutely getting. And Terry Hughes Jr. is going to be resting a lap down here. Tony Cook off the racetrack as we currently speak. Chase Johnson getting ready to bring them to the restart zone here for the Zaxby's 200 for the 7th time tonight. Can we get some green flag racing? Back green here in the Zaxby's 200. Ladies and gentlemen, green flag racing pit stops are not out of the picture quite yet. 120 laps. Get ready to be 60 laps remaining. No way these Xfinity cars can hold 60 laps in gas here. The Kansas Speedway looks like John Michael Bryant is a little loose off the corner there. He'll have Holden Wheeler trying to bait up that back bumper of his, but Alfonso Claudio looking to take the top side of the racetrack. He'll keep it middle. John Michael Bryant on the really top side of the racetrack, try to get around the inside guy of him here, right out the left front. John Michael Bryant a little loose off the corner. He'll get the run to the back bumper of Showtime Chase Johnson. John Michael Bryant, the boogeyman, looking for the race lead here in Kansas. All over the back bumper here. He'll take a good arc down to the bottom side of the racetrack here. Chase Johnson will throw some dirty air on the 23 Toyota Supra, not allow him to close the gap up. But John Michael Bryant will take the opposite way around, looking to make something shake into turns 3 and 4 of the boogeyman. On the top side, he's a little loose here. We'll ride on board with the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. He tries to chase down for the race lead here at Kansas. Will he chase the apron here? He'll stay up on the top side, try to get a little draft off Chase Johnson. He's looking to the right rear quarter panel here, but he's not able to do it. Caution flag out here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel again here. Wow, looks like Chris Knighty, a big pile up back here. Wow, multiple guys involved. Nicholas Maynard involved. Mason Cothran involved. We'll throw up an instant replay here. This might be the biggest caution flag we've had yet up tonight. Back that ass up here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Looks like it started up here with Chris Knighty and Poncho, possibly McDowell here. As Chris Knighty was loose off the corner here already. He wrecks that machine right in front of Poncho McDowell. Nowhere for Poncho McDowell to go. And Mason Cothran looks like he might just be the innocent victim here that gets caught down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. And that'll send Mason Cothran hard into the outside wall. Get down the racetrack, clip Nicholas Maynard. And Nicholas Maynard will get hit as well. See if we can't back that ass up and ride on board with Mason Cothran from Duncan, South Carolina. His first Xfinity Series race here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He was doing nothing but ride down on the bottom side of the racetrack here, minding his own business here. He gets clipped on the right side, bang, hard into the outside wall, and it's smacked once again. Nicholas Maynard involved as well, the kid in his second incident tonight. Nothing of his own doing. He went off the front bumper of Chase Johnson, and now just trying to avoid the wreck, see if we can't ride with Nicholas Maynard. As that happened right in front of him. Chris Knighty, you see, flash Mason Cothran in front of Nicholas Maynard, way off the gas, on the brake, trying to get away from Mason Cothran, but nowhere to go. He'll clip Mason Cothran and sit him around. Chris Knighty gets loose here. He'll stack up the field. Multiple guys involved. Nicholas Maynard parked in the grass. Was he able to get it refired? It looks like he was able to. Back racing here. Mason Cothran will get his thing straight here. Ass and damage to the Prop Sports Bet Swings. Number 9, Chevy Camaro. And the ace of Mason Cothran will strike out here tonight at Kansas. Big time damage to the Red Bull number 9. We'll take a commercial break and be back after this. Don't go nowhere.
I'm a vet, cause I work with every breath. Man, I love the taste of sweat. I won't have any regrets. They get upset when they trying just to rest, and I'm still right at my desk. Make them all feel so pressed, yeah, but that's the test. If you wanna be the best, it ain't easy, it's a mess. If you wanna have success, you keep going like possessed. Drive it deep into your chest. Every failure is a test. Learn the most, leave the rest. Ain't nobody know what I've been through. Ain't nobody know what I can do. I'm ready to go into battle. I'll put on a show, razzle dazzle. I'm about to take off. Never gonna stop till I'm chilling at the top, yeah. No, I'm about to take off. Never gonna stop till I'm chilling at the top, yeah. So get out my way. You can try it on the day.
Bang, back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We are under the 8th caution flag here tonight for incident in the Zaxby's 200. Chase Johnson continues to lead them here at the Kansas Speedway. He's going to be the race leader. John Michael Bryant, your mom's favorite driver, is going to round out the 2nd place spot. Holden Wheeler will get the 3rd place spot here. I'll cut on the pit lane down there so you can see any and everybody that's down there currently on pit road as the pace car gets ready to come around here to lap anybody that doesn't get off pit road quick enough. Nicholas Maynard's been down there for quite a while, along with Everett Larson, Terry Hughes Jr., as these guys just got collected into a big-time wreck. Everett Larson, Nicholas Maynard still on pit road. Nicholas Maynard getting ready to take off, as long as Everett Larson, Terry Hughes Jr., Poncho McDowell off as well. Here goes Nicholas Maynard. Is they going to beat the pace car? He's going to be able to. Yes, they will. Peter the pace car bringing them through the restart zone now. Getting ready to tell them to get single file. Double file, excuse me. We're getting ready to send them back racing here in the Zaxby's 200. See if we can't throw up the current point standings for all the folks that weren't here to see how they currently ran before the night's event. Chase Johnson, currently the race leader, or point season leader. He picked up the dual win at Daytona in his dual race, but wasn't able to pick up the victory in the main event. That went to Sean Williams, the third place guy in the standings. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be an absolute battle all year long. We hope you stay with us. Just press that like button. You smash that like button. You won't miss a damn thing. You best believe it. We get ready to send them back racing here at Kansas in the Zaxby's 200. All the races are posted to the YouTube page after the conclusion of the live stream on TikTok at the Booty Scoot Racing YouTube page. Make sure you go hit us a subscribe and a like and give us all the love necessary. Help us send it through the algorithm. Hopefully you can see yourself on somebody else's YouTube page on their feed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to re-rack them here in the Zaxby's 200. Peter the pace car hangs that fat ass left on the pit road. Chase Johnson puts the gas down. We're back green here in the Zaxby's 200. Yum, 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 yum. Ladies and gentlemen, the first fast and loud tonight was ruined by a caution flag. We'll see if we can't get these guys to hold it together here. We'll ride around. The more y'all slap that like button, press that follow button, the louder it'll get. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about that? Flying around the Kansas Speedway at 180 miles an hour. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryan will bring it across the line. 67 laps are complete here. Showtime Chase Johnson trying to run away from Holden Wheeler here in the number 79 Ford Mustang, the DuPont Ford Mustang. I talked to Holden Wheeler before the race. He told me he wasn't sure how his mile-and-a-half program was going to shake out here for his team, though. He said they were lacking a little bit of funding here, looking for some sponsorship here. That's why the car was mainly bland. But it looks like he's got a fast race car here tonight, so the guys that he's got working on these race cars look like they sure know what the hell they're doing. It's Chase Johnson Racing leading another lap. Here, Chase Johnson absolutely putting on a show here. You guys, want to remind you, green flag pit stops are not out of the picture yet. These guys can clean up some of the racing here. 8 cautions so far tonight here. It's Chris Knighty, Nicholas Maynard, and George Stetson absolutely going back and forth back here in the back of the pack. Nicholas Maynard, a rock and roll racing guy, along with George Stetson, a rock and roll racing guy. These 3 guys right here in a row, but Chris Knighty looking to fight back here against Nicholas Maynard down on the bottom side. Nick Crawford's in front of George Stetson. So the 3 rock and roll racing guys currently running 9, 10, and 11 as they run. And it looks like Alfonso Claudio will get around Sean Williams and blow the doors off of him. Alfonso Claudio up in the 5th place spot here. Meanwhile, John Michael Bryant all over the ass end with Jerry Powers in his mirrors. And Jerry Powers is looking to get around the boogeyman here in Kansas. Quick and Curry in a skip. Coming to 69, your favorite number, coming to lap 70. Complete here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Yum, 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 yum. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you guys to please slap that like button. These these guys continue to battle it out. John Michael Bryant's looking to make it 3 wide for the second place spot as Holden Wheeler gets loose up the racetrack. Jerry Powers is going to send the boogeyman back to the top side. He's going to hold its position. We might have a battle heating up here for the second place spot. Holden Wheeler trying to hold on, no pun intended, as he's got Jerry Powers working all over the back bumper here. Jerry Powers just moving him up out of the way here, making Narrow loose. That'll open up the door for John Michael Bryant. You see Alfonso Claudio trying to work his way in. John Michael Bryant will put the bumper to the back of the Wheeler Motorsports 79 machine into turns 1 and 2. That'll ship Holden Wheeler right up the racetrack, and that might do it for Holden Wheeler. But Holden Wheeler is going to put the gas back down on the 79 Ford Mustang, fight back against John Michael Bryant. Holden Wheeler is going to hold his ground, and he is definitely a wheel man. So what a absolute killer race car driver name. Meanwhile, John Michael Bryant, the racing gods will slap him right here out of the corner. He'll hit the wall big time there. That might lose the touch between him and Jerry Powers. That's definitely going to open up the back door for Alfonso Claudio. As Holden Wheeler tries it, but he sails up the racetrack, getting tight off the corner here. So the battle for the third and second place spot is heating up, though. Jerry Powers looking out the front of his bumper, trying to run down Chase Johnson, who is long gone here at the Kansas Speedway, while everybody else behind him continues to lollygag, fight, jaggle, and junk. Holden Wheeler, John Michael Bryant, absolutely sideways off of turn 4 there, putting on a show for the race fans here. Your mom's heart just dropped, and her titties fell with her. Your mom's favorite driver, John Michael Bryant, is just trying to absolutely keep that hot ching chong chong chong. You see it down there on the bottom side of the rest side race car. We don't speak that language here. He's trying to click his heel together 3 times here in Kansas and get away from the number 85 of Alfonso Claudio and try to manage a little bit of something on that Toyota Supra. The 2 Supras look like they might have the same kind of engine package in them here. They just won't go away from each other. Alfonso down the bottom. John Michael just with the advantage over him at the line. For the P3 spot, John Michael Bryant not going to let the number 85 Season 1 champion pass him here. And the Zaxby's 200, 74 laps are complete here. We're finally picking off some green flag laps here. Jerry Powers in the second place spot. Alfonso Claudio trying to get the third place spot from the boogeyman. The boogeyman will lift a little bit early here, take it to the top side of the racetrack. Still loose as a goose on the top side of John Michael Bryant. That might cost him a little bit of ground to Alfonso. He'll fight back hard down on the bottom side of the racetrack here. He is not going to give it in. You see John Michael Bryant absolutely locked and loaded boxes here at the Kansas Speedway. He heard Zaxby's was the sponsor, and he was getting some chicken tenders if he won the race. He said, let me get my best Dominic Mysterio impression on. Chicken tendies for the winner. John Michael Bryant looking to go here at Kansas Speedway, but Alfonso Claudio, all you need is a can of corn and you'll be all right. If you get the red bricks, you do. If you don't, you don't. I don't give a damn. The Corn 85 machine, bad fast here. Up to the third place spot, trying to take down Jerry Powers, but meanwhile, Holden Wheeler, he's got something for the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant as they fight down here in the turns 1 and 2. For the fourth place spot, the boogeyman here looks like he might have burned his tires up here a little early. The J Money Sense machine, bad fast here at Kansas. Can he hold on though, ladies and gentlemen? I'm hearing about 28-ish to 30 laps in the tank until we get ready to go pit here. So that's right at lap 98 to 100. Ladies and gentlemen, the J Money Sense machine of John Michael Bryant will give up the spot to Holden Wheeler for the fourth place spot here. We'll continue to look through the rest of the field. Nicholas Maynard trying to get around Everett Larson here, the number 01 to the 01 in front of the 02, just like they're numerically or in real life. And I believe Nicholas Maynard's got a little bit of right front damage on that race car. Maybe that's from earlier when he went off the front bumper of Showtime Chase Johnson here in the opening laps of tonight's event. These guys have collided multiple times throughout the season. Nicholas Maynard charging hard on the top side to try to get around Everett Larson. You hear Everett Larson fight back down the bottom side. Nicholas Maynard full commit to the top side. I believe Nicholas Maynard might get Everett here through the tri-oval. Nicholas Maynard Everett Larson by an inch for that 8th place spot here. These two guys are going to continue to battle it out here. We'll shake back here to John Michael Bryant. He gets rid of one, has to get another one though. That's actually Jerry Powers. Big move to the bottom side of the race, trying to get around Alfonso Claudio. Jerry Powers has a absolute dime piece of a race car. He's just got to manage it as they were lollygagging, shitting and getting. They've allowed Showtime Chase Johnson to absolutely increase his lead here. We go up here with Billy the Blimp driver. Been up here throwing back Budweisers all night because you can't get arrested for driving under the influence, driving a piloted and whatever the hell you want to call it, a blimp here. We got guys scheduled all throughout the racetrack here, all the way around the track here. Showtime Chase Johnson approaching the back of these guys here that are already a lap down. They're going to have to run for their lives. Chase Johnson here looking to sail away here, but Jerry Powers to Chase Johnson. You see the gap right there. As Chase Johnson brings it into turns 1 and 2 this time around. He'll have Holden Wheeler and the rest of these guys battling hard for that second place spot behind Jerry Powers. Holden Wheeler just trying to hold a good wheel here. He's sailed away from Sean Williams and John Michael Bryant. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a quick commercial break here so I can go piss and rest my voice. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment. Don't go nowhere.
I'll never forget being broke, man, it hurts, son. But not as bad as not having any purpose. I took stabs, this and that, and it's working. But I still grind every day for that thirst. It's a curse being first, yeah, still gotta get my work done.
Yeah, I'ma be a hard roller, move forward in the battle like soldier, in the game like closer. I'll be at the top of the chain, straight owner. Yeah, I got a different motive. I don't need any help, I'm a loner. You'll be seeing my name on posters. You can call me POTUS, I got all the voters.
Here on the Moody Scoot Racing channel, 82 laps complete here, 120 at the Zaxby's 200 at the Kansas Speedway, the Xfinity Series Saturday night Xfinity Series, presented by the TCW fully owned trucking systems all across the Southeast, delivering around. Make sure you get out of for all your needs. The Xfinity Series presented by McBee Auto Services LLC. Get out of today. Contact them at 864-256-1346. Them at McAbeeAutoRepair@gmail.com. Madness Racing League Xfinity Series presented by Bagwell Power, sponsoring in everything small engine care or hydro related go-karts, you name it, they do it. Bagwell Power told us to send you. The Madness Racing League's Xfinity Series is presented by the Pops Porch Bed Swings, custom made, handcrafted. Porch Bed Swings, 864-978-1913. Find them on Facebook at Pops Porch Bed Swings. We're back down here on the racetrack here, picking off some laps here, approaching lap 85, working lap 84, I should say, coming to lap 85. That's Holden Wheeler. He's moved himself up to this third place spot, trying to run down Jerry Powers here. He's got him a handful in his mirror. You look out the front, though, out in the front windshield, though, Chase Johnson is beginning to be lost in some of this lap traffic. Guys coming in on pit road, guys coming off here. Several guys out of the race as well. We start with 22. I believe we are down to just 17. As Chase Johnson will look down on the bottom side of the lap car. Poncho Rayman McDowell, who's battling some handling conditions inside of that race car. He did, oh, you see him sideways off the corner. Poncho McDowell down the bottom side to give the grass a haircut, but it'll save it back on top of the racetrack here. He's battling some handling conditions inside that DUI Motorsports machine. That's the second place guy, Jerry Powers there. He's trying to run down Chase Johnson here, see if he can get another blimp shot. But he can get a great look at what the gap is right there. Jerry Powers, one car in front of him, and the guy in front of that is Chase Johnson headed into the corner there. So you see it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Chase Johnson trying to sell away here. I am here for the admin that green flag pit stops are right around the corner. Caution after caution after caution has prevented them up to this point here. Blake Hochschild down on pit road for service right now. So they have officially started the green flag pit stops here. Some of these guys trying to go early and jump the rest of them. Chase Johnson, the race leader here with Holden Wheeler, trying to battle hard for Jerry Powers for that second place spot here. Here's the battle for the second place spot. I mean, Jerry Powers is just absolutely putting on a show here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He comes out here tonight for his first one, and these two guys are not giving each other an inch here. Holden Wheeler is able to get around Jerry Powers, though. Holden Wheeler is absolutely wheeling and dealing here in Kansas. Like his heels together 3 times. He'll be back in victory lane before you know it. Holden Wheeler shitting and getting here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. closeout bats. Chevy Camaro. Jerry Powers from Park Ridge, New Jersey. He'll make the trip here to the Midwest, the Kansas Speedway. He's had a bad, fast race car here tonight. Fought some handling conditions. He asked for a little bit of adjustments on that race car and got it here. So he'll just have to give up the spot to Alfonso Claudio. Alfonso Claudio absolutely on a tear here on the back half of the long run here in Kansas. That's going to be Blake Hochschild coming off pit road from his pit service. An extended service for Blake Hochschild here to get some of that damage fixed on that 29 Toyota Supra. As he's still got a little bit of right rear damage. Chase Johnson will looking to come to pick off another lap lead here and add another point to his total score here. He wins the race, 40 points, paid out to the race winner. And every lap led is 1 point added to your total score. Chase Johnson already the regular season series leader, as we race number 2 here tonight at Kansas in the Zaxby's 200. Chase Johnson looking to absolutely put on a big-time lead here in the point standings. If he can continue to pick off some laps here, the Kansas Speedway will ride on board the race here. They got the ass end of them. That Tony Wheeler battling door to door with Alfonso Claudio, so they can escape the lap traffic here. Jerry Powers going to pull it down to pit road from that fourth place spot, So Jerry Powers is going to bring it down pit road this time around here. See if he can't throw up the pit stop thing down here. Keep it live down there for Jerry Powers so you guys know when and how long he's on and off pit road here. Showtime Chase Johnson works his way into turns 3 and 4 here. So Jerry Powers, guys, is going to have to start moving if they don't want to lose the lap here. Chase Johnson, the race leader, is going to bring it down the pit road for the green flag pit stops. So the cycle is now in full effect here with the race leader. Holden Wheeler going to be the race leader over Alfonso Claudio. So the way that he's battled hard from 4th up to this 2nd place spot paid off here as he'll redeem the race lead here underneath the green flag pit stop. Chase Johnson will bring him down from the race lead here under green. Here comes the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. He's trying to make something shake as well. Chase Johnson will hop in his box. They'll jack up the right side of the race car. It's going to be at least right side tires for Chase Johnson. 4 Goodyear tires for Chase Johnson, and the boogeyman overshoots his box just a little bit. Here comes Holden Wheeler from the race lead down pit road. 2nd place of Sean Williams as well, so Alfonso Claudio will redeem the race lead here on the pit stop cycle, and Everett Larson will ride out the 2nd place spot. Here comes Nicholas Maynard down pit road as well. Tons of guys coming down pit road. Sean Williams in his box. Holden Wheeler, pulled it into his box. Here comes the kid down pit road. Looks like Alfonso Claudio able to get out front here. Big lead over Everett Larson. George Stetson in the Maynard Motors. Rock and Roll Racing 56 machine up to the 4th place spot here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard pulls into his box. Looks like it's going to be gas only for the kid here as we approach 25 laps remaining. Nick Large Car Crawford up here in the 3rd place spot, making the long run here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. It's what he did earlier, kind of paid off a little bit for him. As he continues to pull around the racetrack, he will take away the ticker down here from pit road. Alfonso Claudio will bring it down pit road from the race lead as well. So Alfonso Claudio on pit road, that'll bring Everett Larson to the race lead. And that'll be Jerry Powers, who started the green flag cycles from that 3rd place spot. He'll unlap himself here from the race leader of Everett Larson. Nick Crawford will move up to the 3rd place spot, and George Stetson will move up to the 3rd place spot, and Nick Crawford will move up to that 2nd place spot is what I meant to say. So Rock and Roll Racing 48 and the number 56 running 2-3 here with Terry Hughes Jr. trying to break the bad streak here. 26 laps to go here in the Zaxby's 200. The pit stops are in full effect here. Chase Johnson was the race leader. He's currently made his way back up to the 6th place spot through the cycle. He has to cut down a enormous gap to the race leader of Everett Larson, who is right there behind Showtime Chase Johnson, about 2 corners. But Chase Johnson on absolutely about 50-something lap better tires than the rest of these guys. See if we can't throw up the pit strategy, pit stop lap counter here. Everett Larson last pitted on lap 60, which is about 40 laps ago up to this point, along with Nick Crawford and Terry Hughes Jr. So the top 3 guys running right now will be the 3 guys that have stayed out the longest. Chris Knighty brings it down on last lap, 43, absolutely playing the long game here. Took gas only underneath the caution flag, trying to save a set here. So Chris Knighty absolutely in the driver's seat if the caution flag was to come out right now. Meanwhile, Showtime Chase Johnson will get around Dallas Knox here. While we've been talking and shitting and getting around, that'll move him back up to the 5th place spot here. So Showtime Chase Johnson from the race lead down the green flag pit stop, trying to work his way back through the cycle here as we've had 4 guys yet to pit here with 24 laps remaining. Everett Larson, the race leader, trying to save some gas. How much did he save? Is he on a totally different strategy? Has he got enough tires to hold off Showtime Chase Johnson, who will complete the pass over Chris Knighty back here in the 4th place spot? So Chris Knighty, who's yet to pit, he's last pitted on lap 40, which is about almost 60 laps ago now. So Chris Knighty takes gas under the caution here, trying to save a set here. He'll reap the benefit. Here goes Dallas, knocks down pit road. Poncho McDowell trying to get slowed down on the pit road. He'll collect the inside wall as well, so they'll give it up. Both of those drivers a lap down, though. Everett Larson, the race leader here, with Nick Crawford running in the 2nd place spot. So you see the gap for the race lead there. The Rock and Roll Racing 48 machine of Nick Crawford here. Signed on to Rock and Roll Racing, got some new equipment, and he's absolutely showcasing his talent and speed. The team owner, Nicholas Maynard, right behind him here, Maynard Motors, his sponsor. These 2 guys, teammates here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nicholas Maynard on the outside of him, took gas only underneath his green flag pit stop. If you can't pull up the pit stop lap, see when the last time Nicholas Maynard pit, you see it right there. He last pitted on lap 92, but before that, it's lap 60 with the rest like Nicholas Maynard should have pitted when Nick Crawford and Everett Larson here. So anything that Nicholas Maynard picks up over Everett Larson and Nick Crawford, you should see they should have about the same, though, because Nicholas Maynard did not pick up a set of tires there underneath the green flag pit stop when he went down there. Meanwhile, John Michael Bryant is cheap-jacking all over the back of Alfonso Claudio, trying to get around him here. John Michael Bryant back up to the 9th place spot here. Meanwhile, the show might be over for Showtime Chase Johnson. He's scooted himself back up to the 3rd place spot. He's looking to write his name into the books here as a winner of the Kansas Speedway. As he set his eyes out for Nick Crawford, the guy in front of him in that 2nd place spot. You see the gap right there. So Everett Larson off of turn 2 now as Chase Johnson enters turn 1 here. Chase Johnson sees the race leader there at the end of the straightaway, knowing that he's got to get to Everett Larson to get back to the race lead here with 20 laps remaining. And Chase Johnson putting it all together here after the green flag pit stop cycles as the Maverick or Chris Knighty will slide into his box this time around. Here comes Showtime Chase Johnson here, looking to cycle back to the race lead here. Nick Crawford, though, going to try his hardest to go as long as possible to hold on the 2nd place spot here in the Zaxby's 200. The Queso's number 48. Chevy Camaro, bad fast here. West Virginia, stand up, Rock and Roll Racing, absolutely rocking their way to the front here. Nick Crawford with his best run yet here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Can also say one thing, though, these guys have absolutely put it together here after the big time back-to-back cautions that they had. I swear, I'm not exaggerating. It's exactly what it felt like. The boogeyman of John Michael Bryant trying to get around Alfonso Claudio, but just not able to get it done here. He's struggling hard. Alfonso Claudio caught speeding on pit road. I'm hearing from the admin there, so Alfonso Claudio currently registered 2 laps down as he had to come down and serve his black flag. Killer race mistake for Alfonso Claudio, so John Michael Bryant won't even worry about trying to overrun Alfonso. He's not racing in third position. That'll bring Nick Crawford down pit road. Looks like he got a little loose trying to bring it down here. No, Nick Crawford might have just threw away his top 5 finish. He's going to have to get this thing down on the pit road, get it in the box, and the guys are going to have to get the tires on it. Meanwhile, that'll move Showtime Chase Johnson up to the 3rd place spot with Nick Crawford pitting from the 2nd place spot. That'll give Chase Johnson exactly what he needs. Dallas Knox will play the friend card here. He'll move out of the race lead as he knows what's up for grabs for Showtime Chase Johnson riding out in the front row for the Farmington, Delaware driver. Driving the number 20 Budweiser Select Ford Mustang. Bad fast here. Beautiful race car underneath the lights here at Kansas. 16 laps remain here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nick Crawford coming off pit road now. Come in from the 2nd place spot. Spun coming down the gears to slow down for pit road, and that'll be a killer mistake for him. It's Showtime Chase Johnson, your race leader at one point before the green flag stops. Everett Larson absolutely trying to pull out a Houdini magic trick here. Does he have 15 laps of gas in that Food City number 01 Ford Mustang to get him to the end to get in the victory lane. Where Showtime Chase Johnson going to be able to close the gap up here as Showtime Chase Johnson takes it down the bottom side of turns 3 and 4 here, riding out the front bumper of him here. You see the number 38. It looks like that's going to be Thomas McLaughlin. Get out of the way for him. Everett Larson absolutely running for his life here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He's got the win 14 laps away. But I believe Chase Johnson just might have the pit strategy call written to his name here. If they can keep it green, it might be all Showtime Chase Johnson. Everett Larson working for a caution, hoping and praying he can get one. We'll take a side-by-side action-packed commercial break here so you don't miss any of the final 14 laps. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a moment. Bring it back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel as Everett Larson finally has to surrender the lead as Chase Johnson has cycled his way back out front here at the Kansas Speedway in the Zaxby's 200. His Kubota number 5 machine went to pit. See if we can't pull up the pit stop lap strategy here. Chase Johnson pits it down on lap 91. That's about 20-something laps to go, and it takes him 23 to be exact to get himself back out here up front here. Several guys running their way out through the field as well, but Holden Wheeler was the second guy here to pit under the green flag pit stops here. Here's the gap between Holden and Showtime Chase Johnson. So that's the gap off pit road, really is how it's shaking out throughout the run. But Everett Larson here is in the second place spot, and ladies and gentlemen, I don't think Everett Larson has enough Sunoco race fuel in that number 01 Ford Mustang to get it here to the end, as I'm hearing underneath the radio here from his spotter telling him he's got about 2 to 3 more laps here before they have to bring it down pit road. So unless the caution flag will wave for Everett Larson, he might have to settle for that second place spot here where he's going to have to go down the pit road, service that machine, and give up all that track position. Ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching the closing laps here in the Zaxby's 200. John Michael Bryant looking for another top 5 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. He's got to get in front of that 99 closeout batch Chevy Camaro. Jerry Powers, that's right in front of him here. John Michael Bryant, CBK right on board with the Boogeyman's really locked and focused inside of that race car here. John Michael Bryant got his hand busy inside of that race car. Look out, the ass end up with no trouble from behind him. You see Gorilla Line on the race car this weekend. For the Boogeyman, your mom's favorite driver, looking to score that top 5. Can he run down Jerry Powers? We'll shake back up here to Everett Larson here. He'll take another lap around the racetrack. That'll be Terry Hughes Jr. coming off pit road that time. Down on the bottom side, don't want you to get confused with anybody. Meanwhile, though, Showtime Chase Johnson has checked out the race lead here. He'll start the green, he'll be the second one, excuse me, as Jerry Powers started the green flag pit stop cycle. And Chase Johnson will go the next lap here. John Michael Bryant will go the same lap as Chase Johnson here. But working his way through the field in traffic, just didn't go out here, and Everett Larson will finally call it quits here, and he'll bring it down pit road with 6 laps remaining. So 115 laps are in the book here. Everett Larson goes from lap 60 to lap 154 on a set of tires and gas. Everett Larson, the 14-year-old, showing his experience here on the long run. He will score some points with the laps led here as he allowed Chase Johnson to cut up a 20-second green flag pit stop cycle by staying out and doing that just 5 laps short from where he needed it to be. And Everett Larson maybe could have found himself in victory lane here tonight. Unless the caution flag flies, this is how they currently run right now. Showtime Chase Johnson going to be the race leader here. Holden Wheeler in the DuPont 79, Ford Mustang in the 2nd place spot. Sean Williams in the 3rd place spot, the Daytona winner 2 weeks ago. Already got a win this season. He's looking for win number 2. Can he get himself to Showtime Chase Johnson? But he might need a bumper for somebody to bring out the caution as Everett Larson will come back out on the racetrack here. And John Michael Bryant is shaking out that 5th place spot here. He's got around Jerry Powers and Nick Crawford here on the better fresh set of tires here. Will go around John Michael Bryant this time around. John Michael Bryant, though, got that top 5 spot in his back pocket. He's just got to bring it on home. 4 laps remaining. It's the kid of Nicholas Maynard trying to get around Blake Goschchild here down the back straightaway. The kid goes off the front bumper of Chase Johnson to start the race 2 times in the last 4 weeks. That's happened to the kid. As he's currently trying to get around Blake Goschchild, trying to run down John Michael Bryant. For that top 5 spot is Jerry Powers up in the fence there, loose in front of the boogeyman of John Michael Bryant. John Michael Bryant will pay him a favor and come off the gas here, trying to save from wrecking the 99 machine. John Michael Bryant definitely got that top 4 spot in his picture book behind now. He's right here in front of the front bumper here. Showtime Chase Johnson, coming off turn 4 here. Holden Wheeler not going to even have him in his sights as Chase Johnson coming across the Geico restart. So turns 1 now, excuse me. 2 laps to go here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in season 2, race 2 in the Zaxby's 200. 2s everywhere. But it's going to be the number 5 of Showtime Chase Johnson in full control down the back straightaway here. Looking for his first Xfinity Series season 2 win. He picks it up here tonight. He'll lock him into the playoffs. Tons of laps led for Showtime Chase Johnson. He'll take every single one of those points, take them to the bank, and add them into points added to his total score. He'll have a major lead in the point standings. White flag was in by AFL Global. Showtime Chase Johnson through the green flag cycle, while everybody else makes their way through traffic on the cycle as well. Holden Wheeler in the 2nd place spot. Nowhere going to be contested by Jerry Powers. Meanwhile, this battle for this 3rd place spot between these 3 is going to be disgusting. Who's going to get it? Showtime Chase Johnson's going to bring him through turns 3 and 4 for the final time tonight. He'll come off turn 4, and he'll come down through the Geico restart zone and win the Zaxby's 200. Meanwhile, the battle for this 3rd place spot, who is going to get it? Jerry Powers, the boogeyman, Sean Williams. Looks like they settle it out. Jerry Powers might get the edge off of turn 4. Sean Williams looking to the inside of John Michael Bryant, not able to get it. Jerry Powers is going to get the 3rd place spot. John Michael Bryant will get the 4th place spot, with Sean Williams getting the 5th place spot and Nicholas Maynard getting the 6th place spot. But Showtime Chase Johnson wins the Zaxby's 200 here at the Kansas Speedway, and he'll take the trip down the victory lane for a piece of corn and a trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, Showtime Chase Johnson, the race winner here at Kansas. Chase Johnson turns around the number 5 Kubota Chevy Camaro here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Looks like we got some trouble back here on the back straightaway. Nicholas Maynard turned around by Everett Larson after the fact here. Nicholas Maynard is going to get the bump for George Stetson here on pit road. Jerry Powers, the rest of these guys. But Showtime Chase Johnson, he's got this thing cranked around here in front of the fans. He's getting ready to burn it down for you folks on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. So he picks up the victory here in the Zaxby's 200. Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Johnson wins the Zaxby's 200 here, and as he burns it down on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, we'll pull up the final results from tonight's event here. Ladies and gentlemen, get you a quick look at how they racked up tonight's event. Chase Johnson wins the race here with Holden Wheeler bringing home the second place spot. Jerry Powers will get the third place spot here with John Michael Bryant getting the fourth place spot. Sean Williams will get the fifth place spot with Nicholas Maynard getting the sixth place spot. Everett Larson will get the seventh place spot with Nick Large Car Crawford, and the Rock and Roll Racing Machine will get the eighth place spot, and the number 56 of George Stetson from Ocala, Florida will bring home the ninth place spot. Pacho Rayman McDowell, a couple laps down, but he'll bring home a top 10 here. Not too bad from the Rayman, and the Maverick of Chris Knighty will bring home the 11th place spot. Alfonso Claudio will get the 12th place spot, and Terry Hughes Jr. will get the 13th place spot. Juan Cobbs Jr. will get the 14th place spot here tonight, and Dallas Knox is going to get the 15th place. Yeah, Dallas Knox will get the 15th place spot here tonight in his Green Machine Racing number 20 machine, and Blake Hochschild in the White Knuckle Racing 29 machine will get the 16th place spot here, with Thomas McLaughlin getting the 17th place spot here. It looks like Mason Cothran is going to get the 18th place spot here on, let's see if I can't get this channel to change over to for you folks here. Yes, there we go. Mason Cothran will get the 18th place spot. Greg Wharton will get the 19th place spot. Tony Cook involved in an accident earlier tonight. He'll finish out the 20th place spot. Travel Wall will get the 21st place spot. And Stanley Turner, not able to complete a lap here tonight. He was battling alternator issues all night long, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if we can't get a reporter down here on the pit road and get some interviews for you guys. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go nowhere.
Bad and I'm sad, right? But I never look back. I keep dreaming even when I have a bad night. I'll figure out my own path. If pain is uniting, then why are we fighting? And all of this violence is keeping me silent. It hurts that you hate me, cause I feel like a tyrant. We fight and you bait me, you feel so defiant. You used to save me, but now I'm just fighting. Yeah, you used to save me, you're gone, now I'm sliding. I'm headed somewhere, but it's nowhere. I wish that you cared, but you don't care. I wish to say that I was not scared. I wish to say that I was prepared.
Bang, back here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, ladies and gentlemen. Chase Johnson put on an absolute clinic here tonight on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and he picked up the victory here. The Zaxby's 200. See if we can't get a pit reporter down there. The victory lane is Chase Johnson just hopped out the race car. You got us.
We're down here in Victory Lane at the Kansas Speedway with Showtime Chase Johnson, winner here tonight. Driving the number 5 Kubota Chevy Camaro. Chase Johnson, you get out front early, a little bit of contact there. Early, you thought you might have a little damage on your car, but you're able to cycle yourself throughout the race here. We get green flag pit stops, and you pull away with the victory. Walk us through your day.
Yeah, it was a up and down day. Want to apologize to Nick there. Didn't mean to get into him. I don't know whose fault it was. Haven't seen a replay yet. But overall, a great day. We finally got one where a cycle went our way and it went green, and we can win it that way. So happy we could win one like that. But overall, great day. Glad we can lock ourselves into the playoffs, and we'll go race for a championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chase Johnson picked up the victory early here in Season 2 for the Xfinity season. And he'll move on to the playoffs and trying to score another one throughout the season. We'll move down here to the second place finish for the number 79 of Holden Wheeler. Holden, you finally get your first, looks like, top 5 here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel in the Madness Racing League. Let's go ahead and walk us through your day here as you bring home the second place spot for the number 79.
It was eventful. Tried to save as much as I could the first 2 runs. And tried to pull out. I was catching Chase at the end, like 2/10 every lap, but didn't have enough laps to catch him. But good job, Chase, and thanks, Michael, for the good crew keeping.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the number 79 of Holden Wheeler, brings home the second place spot here. He'll score the top 5 tonight at Kansas. And we'll move down here to Jerry Powers. Jerry, you got out front early here tonight, led some laps, but you score on the third place victory here. You cycle back out here to the third place spot. The car looked great out there tonight. Walk us through your day.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm feeling pretty good about the result. Solid start to the season. Finishing top 5 in the first 2 races is great. Car was super loose. I was definitely hot dogging it at times. Had to stay on my toes, but I'll be honest, I'm don't think I really had anything for the 5 car, but really pumped for the season. Need to work on some things, but overall proud of how the team executed, and can't wait to see what we can do in the next race.
We appreciate you, Jerry, showing up here tonight at Kansas to bring home the podium spot for the 3rd place finish tonight. John Michael Bryant down here in the 4th place spot. The moms go crazy, as always, here in Kansas. John, you were able to pick your way through the field and score the 4th place spot here tonight. You ran up front pretty much all night tonight in the 23 Gorilla Machine, Look bad fast tonight. Just go ahead and walk us through your night.
Yeah, we unloaded feeling pretty quick, and, we felt like we had something for the 5 car there, but got stuck on pit strategy, slow stop by the guys. I overran the box a little bit, caught the wall a couple times, and just got caught behind some slower lap cars. I want to thank everybody at J Money Sense, Gorilla Mine, all the hot moms out there. I think I actually see Everett's mom out there jumping up and down because I got a top 5, so hey to her. And, just overall it was a great run for us.
The boogeyman, John Michael O'Brien, boogies his way through the field to the P4 spot tonight. We appreciate you, John. We'll scoot down here to the top 5 finisher here tonight is Sean Williams. Sean, you weren't able to go back-to-back. You pick up the victory at Daytona in the season opener in the Booty Scoot 200. Just kind of walk us through your days. That 25 car looks like it's going to have some speed all year long. Looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulty issues here. We'll shoot it back up to the booth to you guys, and that'll do it down here on pit road for driver's interview at Kansas Speedway.
Back up here in the booth, ladies and gentlemen, looks like a little bit of technical difficulties from Sean Williams in the number 25. He will score the top 5 spot here tonight. See if we can't get another interview here from Nicholas Maynard here in the 6th place finishing spot here. See if we can't get a reporter down there to him real quick. You got us? Yeah, we're here with the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Nick, you bring it home in the 6th place spot tonight. You were out front, had a bad fast number 02 Rock and Roll Racing, and you were rocking your way to the front. You go out the front bumper of Chase Johnson again. This is the 2nd time in 4 weeks. The 3rd time, I believe, here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Do things need to change between you and Chase Johnson? And kind of just walk us through your day here. Big damage to the outside there as you got caught up in a wreck. I mean, yeah, I just, went back and forth, and, we had a fast car to start the runoff. I was trying to save a little bit of tire. I'm just ripping the outside wall there, and, things were loose as a goose, but you got to give inches, and this is a game of inches, and when you take care of others, they'll take care of you, and I haven't been taken care of, so we'll race appropriately. Just glad to be out here on the racetrack. Glad that my team was able to establish a good night here tonight, Rock and Roll Racing. Appreciate everybody back at the shop at Maynard Motors, and appreciate you guys here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel, and we'll get them back next week in New Hampshire. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard here. We couldn't get Sean Williams. We got another one for you guys. Back up to the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the number 02 of Nicholas Maynard. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel from the Kansas Speedway, and I believe Showtime Chase Johnson has just made a statement here tonight in the Zaxby's 200 as he has put on an absolute performance, and he has pulled away majorly with the season points. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it for us here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. We appreciate you guys tuning in tonight, and we will be back live next Wednesday for the All Out Dirt Tour cut-off race. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to miss that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you press that like button and press that subscribe button, whatever you call it, you will find us each and every single week. Make sure you go to the YouTube page where all the full races are posted at the end of the live. Ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us here on the Booty Scoot Racing channel. Chase Johnson, the winner here in the Zaxby's 200.
It's that time that you got caught. You snuck out and forgot. Your parents were so mad, but man, she was so hot. That time you got too drunk. The first time you blew chunks. It's okay, we all drank too much when we're too young. The first time you held hands. Your first time in romance. You thought you had no chance, but still asked her to dance. The time that you moved out. Your parents were so proud, and waving goodbye they held back their tears somehow.
Let's go. All lives are the same, but we can